Na Calvin na pa wada so a ene legal wife for e fire ne ye pan ne nsem omo kan na ne se ono Calvin no se bi osusu se dade Lumba eba no enti na ama nani abera wo kon Lumba japade no de ene wonyi nani kire se dade Lumba ya ne ba ene Calvin de enti omo ka se na ne se bi Calvin di eda ne so no eye broni fitaa din se din no eda ne so no enkire se wo dade Lumba ba eche se ne Lumba ne nani eden no se Lumba ba pan ne Calvin a there is no way say Lumba be ma kwan say yemfa broni bi sebi broni pete bi edin enkonkoto ne bedin so enam say nya ne benti no na Lumba ti ase nyina no one fight against edin na eda sebi eye Calvin so no enti Calvin say wonim say o ko ajapade no ho de amodo broni na at the end of the day ne nsaba be kan bi dia ene wonyi na ni kire say that the Lumba well no so mu bi so no mo kan ya ne din korampo enima ebema no enya eye that the Lumba e properties ni bi abuja eno matu japa me pese obeka me ho akwaje nchi ma haguso yeke Black Media abuja baby a wo hwe me bia wo haw ne amane kodan na bia da eda wo so bia no bomode se oni me bedi nkomo ye de samna nwanwaso bi aba e frene se eye sika kokko na gold samna wo haw bia da eda wo so bia wo hia sa samna we se bi afi wo ye bema wo hwe me wo bema sam wo pom bema ye ketwa brabeji bula matali edro bi na wo bema enye kese watimi abo adwuma so ache e wo empem ye de akwankyere bi aba abuja no ye hwehwe wo hyebrim a ye frene se mpelifo akwankyere ana se wo betima frene back to sender onipa bi ha onipa bi tata wato bet e wo ho se wo sanity bi obeku bomode so be fa numbers na egu screen ase na woni mi akasa me hwehwe wo hyebire mu hwi a na bomode se me kire wo ne wo beye
or statutory which
no let me come clearly so that you understand me. The last name of a person doesn't determine whether he is legally the son or legally not the son of someone. But your statement, but your statement, you were emphatically clear that on documentation, Calvin is not Daddy Lumba's child. Therefore, even say you were clear and you even gave the aftermath of say what will happen to him. You were so bold enough to give that statement.
Yes,
so
and the reason,
how did you know say if just by the name how did you know? Say confidentially, I would do say so, but no, that do baba.
Yeah, I ben me pacho o krobeso.
Me Toronto.
Okay, thank you. Say what's not Germany da? Na se se Ghana ni edin maami din eye broni din. Eba a oye tuntum din eye broni din. Anybody what's not will know about German how it works, you know. They know the reason tia akrano edin able needing. And on
me Germany than timpacho tremi. Senior what being with my
nah, bro, we are serious here. Like let's not.
I don't know. I've never been in Germany, and I'm admitting to that. I have accepted. I told you where I'm.
It's a waste of time.
So like, so if you're not going to tell me, why did you have to ask me where?
Can I ask a question, please? Can I ask a question? Because I feel like a lot of you are very passionate about the topic. Those supporting the first wife and those supporting the second wife, I want to know if you're supporting the first wife, what your reasons are and why you support her, and if you're supporting the second one, what your reasons are and what you're doing so, if that's not too much to ask.
All right, I'm supporting the first wife because I believe those who are home wreckers, they cause a lot of problems. So I can never support someone who breaks a home. And second, being educated, I know that when someone chooses to marry someone in the court of law, which is an ordinance marriage, he cannot marry another woman. So once I am aware of this, there's no way I can acknowledge any other marriage. Thank you.
Jacqueline, please. There was a very serious question. I was because of Jacqueline question, so I should stop what I was asking. She asked a question, and I allow her to ask a question.
But if you remember, Jacqueline asked both sides. So I have said it. So you should say why you are supporting Mama.
Let me say why I support. Let me say why I support.
I'm supporting Odoboni because I'm not educated. Because you are educated, that's why you're supporting Mami Akusa Sewa. Simple. My question was that Ose Oma Matana Germany. So Mumu say Mami din your broni, dina kola din your broni. I don't know the reason. Maybe Matana Germany da.
Why are you shifting what Jacqueline asked? Please,
I've answered because I'm not educated. That's what I'm supporting.
I don't have time for people who
JB.
Like, we are having a
JB,
serious
I'm asking
conversation.
You a very polite question. Okay. You asked me where I live, and I told you I'm in Canada, and you said, if I've been to Germany, and I said I've not been to Germany. And you said, say, those who are in Germany, they know, say, Mami din your broni din, na kola din your broni din. Omunim di enti ana musa se mimi nko Germany da sebio nyame adom nyame ndom mini Germany visa
say asama me kan what let's say you don't know na say still won't mean deducing who they are then
no JB, we are not here to deduce, we are here to speak facts, so please speak the factual.
No, the reason I came on this platform is because of how Adepa handles the platform and how people,
I believe I've not been rude with my question. My question was that JB say omo Germany, so muhu say obadin your broni din na akolandi your broni din omunim reason am say me nko Germany da. So JB ono kana so no nim nam say JB Mr. So wonim dia ne Mr. Trey na ne ya yesua de one. Some of us the way you boldly said you're educated, we would want to
let me explain it. Let me answer you. I choose not to answer. I plead the fifth.
I will plead the fifth, mean you're guilty as hell.
Okay,
Mr. JB.
Jackie. Okay, sorry.
Mr. JB.
Yeah.
No, Esther, so Pato, me answer Jackie question. So money ko JB wa ha. Ebi me envy Jackie de na. JB wa ha.
Mr. Bempa de say mewu, Mate.
Oh, David pa de Jackie de na.
Can say it, just he won't belong.
Jackie Musa say I say the both parties we are so passionate, and why do we support? Why have we chosen the sides we are on? Right, Jackie? That was your question.
Yes, please. That was my question.
Fantastic. Okay, so you see, here's my point. Before this whole thing started, I was on the side of Mami Akosua Sewa, so I was answering your question by telling you why I moved from her side. You see, when this whole thing started, I remember my mother was the first who told me about this whole Mami Akosua Sewa, that the Lumba matter. And I was like, why would the younger wife disrespect the older wife? That's what my mother told me before I decided to come on there to come and see the details. First, my first reason for not supporting Mami Akosua, and I think I'll never support her, is that one, I believe that when a person dies, those of us who are actually alive, we mimic the personality of the one who is dead and what the person would have done if the person was alive. So Jackie, if your father, if your whatever it is, a relative of yours, passes away, most of the time you realize that in the family we do things based on how the person would have liked it. So if the person was a very rascal person, you realize that his funeral, a lot of those people come, like we do things a certain way. And if the person was a very peaceful, calm person, you realize that we take the nature of that person. When the deceased, that Lumba was alive, he never went to court, or he was a very private person. And so for me, the reason why I stopped supporting Mami Akosua Sewa was the day she decided that she's taking this matter to court. And
please, you are lying. That Lumba took this guy Anochi Supremo to court. Thank you.
Okay, I'll answer that. Daddy Lumba didn't take Anochi Supremo to court. Daddy Lumba wrote cease and desist. It was a cease and desist, and it's on record.
He actually sued.
Okay,
he sued him.
It's okay. I stand to be corrected. So, Jackie, here's the thing: Daddy Lumba, when he was alive, I believe he was a very peaceful and private person. Daddy Lumba, many things were said against him. Many people accused him. He had many options of going to court. He didn't. And so, for me, I believe that the alleged first wife had other options than going to court. If he indeed wanted to preserve the legacy that the man had built, the long legacy the man had built. So for me, the moment she decided to proceed and go to court, when I knew that this court would destroy the man's legacy, but she did anyway, I decided I wasn't going to support her. The second reason why I don't support Mami Akosua and I can never support her is that, you see, marriage is beyond just paper. Marriage is beyond paper. If marriage was paper, the men will just marry women and just not do their responsibilities and leave women to struggle or spoil the other chances of women. So for me, as a woman advocate, I want to make sure that marriage is not just paper. Marriage is not just saying that I have ordinance. And marriage is also for better, for worse. The court in paragraph 139 says that it is concluded that Daddy Lumba came to Ghana for medical reasons. Now, when more can a woman express their support and respect for marriage? Isn't it when the man is down? That is when we are swearing oath, we are exchanging vows. We say for better, for worse. Jackie, during the most difficult times of Daddy Lumba, when he underwent spine surgery, the man underwent spine surgery. All these times, it was the second wife who took care of him throughout. Jackie, it will surprise you that...
don't forget that was not his first surgery. He actually had one surgery in Germany and his wife took care of him.
I don't know that, please. I don't know.
Yes, well, now you do.
I don't know.
Don't also forget that.
Let me not confuse you guys. Let me not confuse you guys.
Can I just finish?
No, I'll let you continue. You're literally speaking on a moral perspective. I want both moral and legal perspective. Why?
Fantastic.
Thank you. I want both.
Fantastic. So then let me wrap up with the moral aspect. Then let me take you to the law. So you see, for me, if you say you are a wife and your husband undergoes a spine surgery, and the judge says that the Mami Akosua Sewa never came to visit the man. Jackie, if you say you are a wife and you stay there because you have a certificate and looks at another woman to take care of your husband in his difficult times and you don't show up, Jackie, when you show up even with a gold-plated chariot with the angels of heaven, I will not support you. And I also think that although Bruni, while the man was alive, the man spoke for me. When I saw the man mentioned how helpful this young woman had been to her. And if it wasn't for the young woman, this man probably his life would have even been cut short. So for me, on the moral aspect of it, this is why I support Odo Bruni. Now, because you asked for the legal, let me tell you the legal aspect. Jackie, our law says that if any foreigner, wherever they are, signs a document that you are bringing this document to Ghana, let the person accompany it with attestation. This is not me, I can read it to you. This is what our law says. If Mami Akosua Sewa runs to court and ignores all these laws, not just one, every law we have in our laws, Mami Akosua Sewa breached it. In fact, when we say a foreign law is a matter of fact, Jackie, let me explain to you when we say, and this is the first thing in our Evidence Act, that foreign law is a matter of fact that has to be proven. Jackie, in Ghana, you may hold a marriage certificate. And that marriage certificate, even though you and your partner are married, your marriage is not valid. Do you know why? Because in Ghana, the laws about marriage says that the person officiating the marriage must be certified. Jackie, it is not only that, the location you are getting married at must be certified. I could go on and on, not to bore the other people. So Jackie, all marriages are governed by laws. Same way when you go to Germany, there are laws there that governs marriage. And so if Mami Akosua Sewa is coming to Ghana to prove to us that she is an ordinance wife, she must come to the court and prove the court what the laws about German marriage states. If she comes to court only with a certificate, like I gave the example of the Ghana where somebody can hold a certificate and it's not valid, same can be true. And again, they will say that, the letter came from the embassy. Jackie, our laws never said embassy. Our laws, the laws of Ghana, just like the same way the laws of every country must be respected, the laws give the procedure that no matter where you're coming from, we know that there are many embassies around town. there are many consulates, different people, bad and good people working there. The law knew that one day somebody in an embassy will be able to provide a document for somebody which may not be valid. And so our laws gave the procedure. If Mami Akosua Sewa did not follow it and comes to bring a golden letter with written with the blood of Jesus from heaven and comes to show us, because it didn't follow the right procedures of the Republic of Ghana, it has every right to be denied, and that is why legally I will never support her case. Jackie, I think other people want to speak, so let me leave it.
Tell you why Mama Akosua never came to Ghana. Let me tell you why Mama Akosua never came to Ghana to visit that Lumba when he had his surgery. And I don't think she would want me to put this information out there. But you know what, Mecca?
Don't talk to her, but now you know all these things. How
now hold on.
How else do you want to contradict yourself?
The fact once people begin to speak
have you ever spoken to Odobro?
Messi, one more. Oh yes, I be my Messi because my pesa again. Obik started to kasa banen kasa. You don't come in. If I told Mr. Jebi kasa, that's it. Mr. Jebi Pacho kasa. What's a menka?
Kasa don't count JB. I think Kasa no.
All respond a submission, so he wants to respond. So let him.
I know no Kasa ban Kasa number. Into your network ni or neko Kasa by entene Kasa. I'm on the network or Kasa on the network.
Say Ben, I'm on network and Ben.
Dana ne me.
Oh boy.
But they say they're maybe attacking network.
Miss you, make a baby. I miss you. I don't like what you're doing. You're dear, sir. Are they? You know, but I don't want to. No, you're not dear, sir. We can allow the person to speak.
Sorry guys. So I will say it, sis, if you know so from Mamenka, but Mamenka. Adepa, that Lumba before the surgery, and Yomum Ayedin, and even on stage, Okanipa Uchiano surgery no Emano, and Yomum Yedin to the point say, after the surgery, no. Every time ono can say okoye surgery no okoye Germany emo review okoye Germany, and he came back to Ghana to go go he was in Germany he was in London with Odobro. That Lumba went straight to Germany to apologize. It took some people to even beg Mamena and the castle or their channel. He should go back and play the show. It's Obi wa abandon no. Obi wa abandon no after surgery no. And yet dying at the same person. Ye chain say odi oba namono or call back to Germany to apologize. Sis, on stage, he confirmed and said, Chum Berima paid for his $40,000 surgery. So that Lumba, from that time, ne nyumamu aye ding. Ethiopia and a man bounce it back a bit. So for those of you sometimes we just don't want to say things. People had to even buy tickets sometimes. And you don't know people that were close to them. Mama Gina or Hono was very close to them when they go for shows in America. Mama Gina ba, even one of the videos, I can't remember the videos, the glasses at Channel, I run a tire, Mama Gina ba glasses, Gucci, and Versace and Channel. So people knew them. People, Calvin used to go and visit Kobe, US. So they know them. Adepa, it was very tough for that Lumba because shows were not coming at that time. And do you know at the Kuntia and you when we had there, no? From 2013 to 14 there, no? Now after the online, people were listening to songs online. CDs were not moving at that time. It took a long time for him to begin to put his stuff on Spotify and this one to catch up. So Sanyom ba Ethiopia no is and then man a bit of a push.
Mr. JB. Mr. JB.
I'm sending that working in yet.
Can you hear me?
Okay, yes, I feel like me talk. Mr. JB, me pacho. So me can say, Shasha ye dangerous, No me pesa me chere say.
Shasha ye dangerous,
Aye.
Ejina asama American so.
So be me can say, hey, Shasha. Me ni na di nkomo.
Yeah.
Hey, we ye dangerous.
Yeah. Okay.
Sano me pesa me chere say.
Okay, me pacho se Shasha. One Sasha didn't come. Na Sasha catch her say, Sister Esther, unim semi kunu. Any maid nada since I made any bear fear, but me can't share that. Unim seminim. On ya abortion. Still no unim seminim. Enipa utimi a tolerate and normal way they are trim we share trim. On react easily, no? Don't you think that person is very dangerous?
Okay, to me, dear, me funny so you're dangerous.
Okay.
Because okay, so let me see dangerous as sin.
All right. Okay. So I'm to say meanings are in people.
Okay.
Understanding and I'm a minister can be show. Me a content creator, right? So what tie means someone. Metimi ka asem in a way I'm a wono a trigger and I know what you guys react to. Me bana me bekani straighter wono onti. I know how I can put it for you to react. Me ka simbia enra adepa woni bibi. When I said say I regret your friend is saying playing that audio, I knew it but I intentionally gave it. Now me patrol watch online right now. Check Oma react, will be a reacted. What is going? The name is spreading. It is a what's a content creation as here. You would understand why me use certain words and the context in which I use words. But that's it.
Oh, okay. Let us say mono and you can say a family serious.
Mimi dear Asembia enra obusa me answer entino. I may make it me the theatrics remember na you and it's no but me what evidence actually so party bia ope bia no me de bema
okay
me de bema bia ope bia me de bema
ebiem o ka say no say oni maame na kasa de ache eye 1A
yes please
wada roma o utumi bisa and say mommy ye na ye ko ama ye do ye pe wasem
yeah
na edie ntina okunu Lumba wo ho no one fancy we nyina ma what me ebisa ne sa ma na yiwa no ba sho
Me pacho de amene ne kasa na the longest no. Ne sister and a friend me say JB matise de boabo ka mu. Mama akushia pe say ono kasa. Ana mene ne kasa me wo mama akushia number ba me am friend da. Da bia obi na face me ne obi ne gina so. Nti e ko gina on ye kan e ma asem ne sa. Nti pacho sa asem we no mintimi enya time embusa no. Ba no me kan asem bi treo. Sis aya na mo pese ye kansem a na egu papa n'animu ase enti wabusa sa asem we no me di asem bi beto na munkobusa Calvin say ede ba ade ana usade papa toye a sa ade no ekowo baabi a anka nyamini a baabi ade ne kowo ye no anka ewo right at the right spot sometimes on says you see okay let me just keep quiet
right okay because show a being Mr. Listo where yesu buka
Mr. Sana because of my submission.
Oh no me say me bisa na sem me bisa na last one mama
my submission
okay but so I say
my submission
Mate at the platform me peso bapa ye wo odobro ni crowd platforms ne ma me akosia say wa platform be wo say mi jan bia na mi twam because me I say politics I me no me NPP but platform I NPP say radio station me mentanti so wo se wo tie ho a nsem a ye wo den ko na wo beti ene ntro because obi ani ho a wo be challenge the same thing as I muntie ni alade for na ye NDC so no ene so mintie so enti me pehaba pa ene sister ba could be a friend no Rahel no so de no metie anase me koso de enti ni say ensem ni bi wo ho a yankrofo na o ma gento kwana bo o mo bu na o mo kono biti say Mr. Jebine sister Freedom oni o mo keka ho no so wo ko mo platform so a ensem no o gina enkrofo yi aso mo ti baby ni e ti baby
me patrol what about my platform today me sure
oh me boy me choma on say TikTok they will choma out me pie bi so boy how want me ya me hisa na wo place audio no
okay audio na be boy okay
They were like, why are they?
so to say mini abema
enti mamuso asemo enti na entra wodwen say say no krakra na you don't think say esan kamebo which one
nim say lumba no odobro ni nyo munya abodamfo na audio na wo bo na happen ti nim say nya no kre
hey odi ana mo pese mo da mi o
me no he sa oda mi for
Esther me pacho message me why message me my inbox
me see nipa no de buy no boa only video no kwa de
Presenter o ye radio presenter no ya contract
it is say sansem hunu na ya na nkrofo mo odobi oni kika fa ma me se wa hono mintimi fama no nka me sansem ni menyini oti ase enti se lumba ni odobi oni mo dam na saa de we wa beje di bia no
edeba na o kana de na o pese o ye na asese obi wo ho no the which one
act na lady no na kofre ba na ya wa se na nipa kro kana ye ntimi nka na platform yi so no ensida because minim say ensida okay media for no mutimi kofa obi begina so say nipa kro say akofre lumba saman na down for ne mila na lumba say osesamu se de ben nsem hunku a mila ba bonten osese nipa no kra onim ne da what you say almost akofa obi ba say oye Calvin adamfo na o say wono kra wanhu ne papa which ye tiben santasi ni nyina nim say eye Calvin mom and the boxer shorts ebe share ni papa enti mi nimu no
the patron share the way
blogger bi santasi fio
na patron
fio
now
me say santasi fio
but now
what I say me
Can I come in? Can I come in?
santasi but don't come in. Let me finish.
No, I want to because I want to wrap up.
Say, let me finish. Then
I've been on here for quite a while. I did.
Let me finish. Why, madam? So,
I literally need to wrap up, darling. I really literally need to.
Jacqueline, do you want to leave? You ready to step down?
Yeah, I want to because I wanted to. I asked a couple of questions, and I feel like
I'm not finished yet. So
okay, so let her finish her submission too, though. She's been here for quite some time. If you don't mind, like just few minutes.
It is a no.
Okay, all right.
And not a no. So be mom, as you have a catcher me say, Lumba body, yeah, they call Germany. We are where so ladies nibikasa. Sani pana sabano beka Lumba.
Oh, sorry, sister. Is there a patch? Sorry, me too. Yeah, me picking this here now. The patch or me too. Who's tester? Or me too? Why patch?
Okay. Sani pano. It's me beka chere say. Daddy Lumba body. Yes, ni 6 December. Na sani pana sa beka chere say. Hey, Calvin. Abrocha kwa la ni wagro. Why first or the body
you need to fix your internet. I can't be picking you every time. Please.
No more to lion. Na say any pana saba back. No beka say body new of a baby ho. Body ni she cold room. Enti sansem we no. Ede na me Esther Majedi because madwene ye adwuma. Me nyinyi. Oti ase.
Enti no kasi see that Lumba e woni fie ho before answer na omba be confirm me
me chere say sa group ni nyina no wo nsem na omo keka no se adwene no ye adwuma onyinni because ebi wo ho ati say emfa kwam ebede pa na osuma drone senko obi fie a nipa no omfuru dua no atimi de nsa okita frying pan no de abono na ate ahwe na nipa gu sa life no so no ma je adi me dream ho a menti ase ende biem meme susu se yen ma me sewa sena oni ye papa kra ye aware wo quarter se de abrochin sensem tie ne bi omo mienu omo tie ase ma baako e de ye bibi because say uye wife na bisa de bi wo ka say Daddy Lumba nkrofo si o call land na o kobonyum a oni odobroni koye ma meti ye ni bufuyi e ma daddy ko ho e ko paacho mi gise Daddy Lumba fira samado ana odobroni be ka nyesa mi nyi ni chese that 2014 na wo ka no sasa tamne de sebi poison ato ma mi so sa 2014 no na poison sebi wo
Daddy Lumba amfa poison anto mama akosia so obo ni no se ye mama dru se menum
me time no tie me ka be si say sa time no a 2014 no na sa poison na Ghana fo e di ato ma me se wa so no ana mama me se wa di areho no ntimi nko nipa mu na ne woye me ho hwe enye yi no na yes ata na 2014 na mu enti di obi ka se ma me bufu ye no me ho me nyini e na nsesem gise ma me se wa no aka ana se odobroni ka Daddy Lumba de ontumi nkanti asem yi ba ye bosre mu ka bebre aba ebi ne se wa Mr. JB utimi de abufuo wa nwene se Calvin ye maame se wa aba enti de wo ye no ebetimi atete maame ne bantem utimi tra wo platform
na me patro de Calvin ye de ne intimi ntiti ore ne maame ntem
Na what bisa die ntia?
No, me pacho. No, mabuso asem. Me say the Calvin ye no. Na intimate ti one ne ma mentem.
E pesa me kire o say abusua dua ye ntwa.
Well, one thing me pacho ti. One thing that you need to understand is say the moment I would wa assemble to social media. The moment abusua penny to pack ko UTV asem no enye omobusua fie biem. I mean enye
abusua de na make.
No, I'm just saying in general. I'm saying in general.
Make a mother and son. Share idea woo jebi. O de be ye maame se wa on fan chow no. Ni ba ka vili a o de be che no. Eso who say
Esther, me pa chow who put you we are. Esa ka wudi to Calvin. Because me no they all kana they all
JB so man other man in casa we are just listening because some no I come has say no or den ho beto ase Moses ya eno a wo gina ha say we Lumba bi today but they obeka je say yenye yo wo dey to aso ye twen
catch me frel she say wo ka say wo defend ba me akosi ase wa correct na wo ka say Calvin say ye ba no emremu anasa nkrata so enye Lumba ba no enti wo gidi se Calvin na de ne ho kowura sa ho ha onimu enye ono wo ti ase enye ono
e de be body na eye sasa no me kan eno no obi anim eye public knowledge enti mpacho eno no e de na eye
obi anim da ho but ye Ghana for any yen a friend say Lumba adofo no en ha obi a say Calvin wo papa ni din na ka papa ni property ho una wo be chirechire mu.
No, I said it because I said
oh brother mama ka say nwe mi wi ade o wo ka bia utimi ka wada Roma so ho and ebiem wo ka sa no o say one mami edi nkomo ye jetum one ni di nkomo ebia uri a betimi ye so bisa mami say die ntina ne ma no menim say die mami abre amo pramani mami nsaka eye ne madia enti adan na ne ma no bibia ye start so de court na enkora yi din wom omu yi omu din frim ele ho nsensam yi we ya o se menka ho enti mo nso mo nwene ho se dia emma no omu nso nim baby a mo nim eno ye masem number 1 and abrantie no onya kwala sa 30 plus ebia ye che no kra ye che ne kese onim de oye adwene no eye adwuma enti dey no take decision say me papa ye wo ex wife ye wo ex husband but ye ni ex daughter and son me papa ewu ena abusua ene me maame ene me papa yere ensensem asisi wo mo ntem as me eba ana ye ema ye de ehia ne say ye papa na bra bo bebo ye no ye behwe so enti so mo koye bibi sa na mo udi o matemu a ena mo pese chenchira de o mo maame ye no ena o mo medi akiri ana say de ba dia endi be de ma no sie no enyina ye nim say ana ye ma sa wotimi nya akukuduro etena se me kunu eyare wo Germany o kasalam se o kai so obi na kai ya edi kai ye no operation ni bi wo ho e ma ye ma me hwe no good ena oba Ghana ena ye ma me so nim so obeyare ye no so bi fofo hwe no enti sa asem we e de na ya asem a ye ntimi ma sa ma ni mienu aye so mu nyina ye yere no enka ho na age se ye maame nko a na ye kasa o ye yere a ebi a mo benya masomdwi senka ba ye yi na aba property che na ye maame che fa wonu gidi se onu na ye ana woni Lumba na ye ana didi wo subi wo the evidence aba na ya anyi antumu a na kasa ntokwa ko so a nkeye na oba wutimi gitum se mimi kunu ose opema bebiri mimi ntumi nwo maami Georgina ne ka nyame na meka mimi ntumi nwo to nkopo obi ne nwo na so akope obi ne na wo a wo expect say nipa kro ma me behwe say ana papa behwe say me ba ne yenye ne ho ade oye ne ho ade a eho no emeye ma Ghana for Medina Temsa and wo kasa biemu so say na o say nka judge no 1 week pe na ode ma o mo say wo mo fa nkofa certificate ne mfa the right process and famra no eno so na sua and pese me because lawyer Kwisi na onimu se wo de document bi free kro bi so ba Ghana as lawyer no onim se Ghana mrache say fafa baby ansa na wo de aba enti time o mutena se dwene say ye court ye the certificate ni beba no lawyer Kwisi enti mi anka nche o mo say se wo de fa emra kwan so na wo de abedru enye papa shi ne bekwa akwaje ne wo baby abeye document na me the original eba sana lawyer Kwisi nim dia ene na me nim se de osikodi asem ne faaye ade no yesi ye de fa emra kwan nie wan fa so ya anye antuma na ye judge na enye enti mi susu se eniema ne bebre wo ho a wo mo na antutu ni ye enye judge no se wonim se ha ne de fa lawyer wadi asem afri bretenten na omo nheda nye lawyer se kra nim se Ghana mrasa ane chira how se lawyer Kwisi nim na maame ne kokasa ye ne bi fa obekọ court no na saade no onye kurama e mansa no mastati akoso adepa me da se na me yare
o yare nti onye question na bi mana aha better me pam cho mama submission keto bi mama gina ha said all the kind of mama back to pana ya said
na Jackie Ebekasa o she wanted to leave
wait just one line 1 minute I'm just passing through and I'll keep quiet but ya say obi me go it went against JB right so wan nwene ho say what he has here nre ya and tell you wan nwene ho say numbe nuane bempoma nso ti aka tell say uye numbe nuanti den eno de wan nwene ho say buzu adu ye ntwa thank you
Jackie. Oh, okay.
Sorry guys, I just really want to wrap up. It's a really
Is there anything you've learned so far?
It's a really lively debate.
Yes.
And I just wanted to say this, from the little I've tried to research myself. So to put in a nutshell, this is what I would say. So the whole dispute is over 2 women, one being the first wife, the second being the second wife. So the first wife took a situation to court, a case to court actually, and her claim is she is the legal wife to the deceased person, which is the late musician, and she is basically disputing over, I don't know if it's to perform, is there something about being a widow at a funeral? I don't know. My mom made a comment like that. I don't know, but yeah. So when she went to court, they said to her, okay, if these are your claims, if you are claiming to be the legal wife, why don't you bring us your evidence? So like every jurisdiction would have their own processes. They state their processes to her, which she's aware of. And she takes in her evidence. And then obviously they're like, okay, this is not good enough. From what I also found out, she was traditionally married before, having that civil partnership ceremony. I don't know if there was a civil partnership ceremony and if she's got evidences to show she actually had a civil partnership ceremony with the deceased. But what I would say is, to conclude, from what I found out, the court is literally saying, okay, you are a wife, but, you are not civilly married to him. You are traditionally married to him. Am I correct or wrong? If I'm wrong, please let me know.
That is what the judgment said, yes.
So she is traditionally married to him and not civilly married to him. So because she took the case to court, the burden of proof falls on her to still prove to the Ghanaian jurisdiction that she is civilly married to the deceased. And from what my research has proven, she's not been able to do that. So for those arguing on a moralistic point of view, I agree with both sides, moralistic point of view, but for lawyers over here, you know what the rule of law is. It's quite stringent. You cannot twist it. We can bend it, solicitors and barristers. We can, depending on what the case is. This is a civil case. So my take is the burden of proof still falls on, the claimant claiming to be legally married to the deceased to still prove that she is legally married to the deceased. Because at the end of the day, it's still a jurisdiction in Ghana, and it's up to them to decide. It's not up to any of us. We can all have an opinion, but it's still up to them. I don't want to say this, but I know there's a lot of corruption around the world, including Africa as well. I don't know if people are being bribed or people are being paid for. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's going on. But the facts are yet to be proven in court. And I feel like our dear mom, first wife, she should prove to the court of law that I am civilly married to him. I am traditionally married to him. And if her evidences are not good enough, she needs to find one if she's really legally married to him. It shouldn't be that hard, really. Because if I'm claiming to be a solicitor, all of you would want to know where my license is as a UK solicitor. Or even if I have a law degree, where is your degree? I have a certificate, I have my license, I have everything. This is the original document. So my question, I'm asking myself, what is going on? What is really going on? What is really going on?
Jacqueline.
That's why she's appealing.
I think the problem is
I'm not on either side. I'm just a neutral
Jacqueline.
person.
I get you. Jacqueline, see, the problem is not that she's not being able to prove it, but the problem is she failed to provide the document, pass through the right.
Thank you for giving me
process.
that, because the information I received now was she couldn't. She sent the evidence to court, and then the court said it wasn't a good enough evidence. So thank you for clarifying that to me.
Yeah, she did not authenticate the document. That's the problem.
But was the document sent to the court?
Yes, it was. Yes.
And it wasn't authenticated.
That's the problem. Yes.
Okay. But was she aware prior? Was she aware prior to sending the document in that she needed to authenticate it before it would go through?
They made efforts to authenticate it.
They made efforts.
But they didn't have enough time to do that.
They didn't have enough time to do that.
And guess what? The lawyer asked the judge, should I get someone from the German embassy to come and translate? And the judge was like, oh no, those people, when you're trying to get them, it's very difficult to get them here. And the judge brushed it away and said that she will take care of it. She knows what it's up to her. And I don't know what the efforts that she made to make sure the thing is a legit certificate.
Okay, but it all goes back to the burden of proof falls on our dear mom to prove to the court of law that she really is civilly married to him. Yes, please.
Jackie, yes. I want to help you, right? Mr. Bempa. Mr. Bempa, are you there?
Yeah.
Please help me read paragraph 93, 94 for her, for me, okay?
Okay, 93, 94. Okay, paragraph 93 and 94. Okay, I read. Besides the lack of certification or authentication.
No, 93. Start from
93. Okay. Let me state that the plaintiff should have attempted to certify the German marriage certificate, and by that she could have tendered in evidence such attempt being a letter written to the German embassy requesting for the certification. 94. Besides the lack of certification or authentication, counsel was to bring the original certificate for the court to cite and compare, since the court was informed that there was an original certificate. However, what was brought to the court was an extract from a family book or diary, which the counsel for the plaintiff admitted to in open court. The document therefore could not have been the original, or its copy being Exhibit B. Therefore, the extract cannot be proof of a civil marriage between plaintiff and the late Daddy Lumba. The extract is significantly different from the document purportedly tendered in evidence as a marriage certificate.
Okay, Mr. Bempa, what did the extract say, and what did it mean? From the extract that came from the German embassy, what did it say, and what did it mean? Please explain it to me.
Jackie.
No.
I'm here.
Cut him off.
Jackie.
The extract. What did it say, Mr. Bempa? Please, what did the extract say, and what did it mean?
Jackie, this is the whole crux of the matter that we have been arguing.
Oh, I was speaking on mute. Oh my goodness.
Right?
Sorry, Jamie. I was speaking on mute.
Just bring the original certificate and your case will be heard. That's all. We don't have
and so far has the original document certificate been...
Jacqueline, we are going on appeal. Do you think she's mad, she's crazy, she's nuts?
Okay, I know there's an appeal. So if she's got the original documentation and she's ready to submit it during the appeal, I think the case should be finalized, because then there will be nothing from either party to prove. The burden of proof still falls on whoever made the claim, which is our dear mom. She made the claim, so she just has to prove to everyone she is really married to him.
But Jacqueline, the problem is that the burden of proof, lies on the person who made the claim, right? Which is the same as Odobroni when she said she was married.
She made a counterclaim, did she not?
Yeah, she made a counterclaim, but she said she was also married to traditionally, and she failed to prove it. But yet, she was accepted as a wife.
She failed to also prove.
Jackie, that is not true. Jackie, that is not true.
That is true. That is true.
Jackie,
there was
Jackie,
no
let me,
evidence. There was no credible evidence.
Jackie, do you know what? Let me read something to you, Jackie. Let me read something to you. Let me read something to you. Jackie, let me read this to you, right?
Don't worry yourself. Bempa,
he has to worry himself. He has to read it. It's from the point. So yeah, he has to read it. Mr. Bempa, go ahead and read it, please.
Bempa, don't read it because it's a class. The judgment has
Mr. Bempa, you have to read it, please.
Junior,
go ahead.
Junior, let me say something on record, right?
That's a for passing through.
Jackie, I want to read something to you, right? Okay, Jackie, just a quick one. Jackie, you see, let us understand that before this case began, different cases of similar nature has happened in Ghanaian court. And Jackie, I will read one of them. One of the verdicts that the learned judge gave, and this is not Mami Akusha Sawa or Dobroni, right? So a man married, and the wife's the marriage was challenged after his death. The family members said they were not there. The same argument these people are making, right? So Jackie, for the sake of record, so that nobody would think that it is only in this case that our judges are thinking like this, or some people are saying, oh, maybe they may have been bribed. So Jackie, this is a separate case that happened in as far back as 19 something, and the case, for those who want to go and check, is called Kwesin Boache Dixon alias Apa Boache and another versus Kwesin and another. This is a woman who married the man, and when the man died, the family said they were not present, and so the marriage is not valid. So Jackie, I read a part of the verdict that should tell you that what makes a marriage valid. I read, when a man intends to have a woman for his wife, He applies to her family. Jackie, please listen. Let me take that again. When a man intends to have a woman for a wife, he applies to her family, asks her to be given in marriage by taking to the family according to his means the things that the family requests. And here, because they were fancies, the court says 2 flags of ram or 2 akins of gold or whatever it is, or whatever it is. Anyway, let's move on. Upon this, if the family approve, they agree to give the woman this request and the consent, with the first being present alone, makes a marriage valid. Jackie, so this is as far back as many years ago when our court decided that what makes customary marriage valid is the presence
Excuse me,
of the...
was there a case law in your...
Okay,
yes, it's a case law.
Is it based on a case law?
Yes, it's a case law. It's here.
Okay,
It's here. In fact, I could send it to you so that you can check it. It's, you just type Abuaji and another, Kwesin versus another. It's there.
So that's the case law.
Yes.
Baby daddy, can I ask you a question, please?
So sorry, nice. Before I finish, so Jackie, don't think that it is the first time this is happening. Jackie, I could read to you multiple cases that our court have agreed that they don't need a man's family to be present for the marriage to be valid. A man is legally, we have a legal age in our country where a man, if I'm 18 and above or some years, especially when a man is even 30 something years, the man does not need to have their family members present.
Well, Mr. Bempa, the girl's family was not even in court to also
the girl's family are not contesting their marriage. They said that they were there.
No, they were not there to even confirm that yes, they took the marriage.
Jabi, they don't have to be there.
And the person who showed up lied. The person who showed up lied.
Jabi, they have allowed their daughter to stay with the man for 17 years. They have named their, they've been going to the house.
Is this alleged or factual?
Can I ask you a quick question? Please?
Yes, nice.
Just a quick one. Okay,
nice.
So you know Institute of Language, right?
Yes, I know Institute of Language.
Is it a credible institution or not?
Yes, it's a credible institution.
Okay, so the document that the Institute of Language produced in court, what was the explanation they gave as to the extract that was taken to court?
Oh, the extract was in Dutch, so they just converted the extract into.
And then what the explanation, the translation from Dutch into English, what did they confirm the document was?
If the document is, if the title is Mr. Nice versus this, they will translate it the same way. So if it's a marriage certificate, they will translate it into a marriage certificate. If it's a court, if it's an embassy letter, they will translate it into whatever it is. That's what they will translate it to. So I don't know the
but it has to be an official document for them to translate it, right?
No. It doesn't have to be official. You can you can write something in Chinese on a piece of paper and go. When you pay the cost, they will translate it for you. They don't have to be. They don't only translate official documents. Okay. I can write something in Chinese and print it right now and go pay the fee.
Okay. Jackie, listen to this paragraph, these 2 paragraphs. Then you will know the mind of the judge prior to everything that she said in the judgment. When you read paragraph 100, this is what the judge said. The answer provided by P1, that is plaintiff witness 1, are clear that the marriage certificate must have 2 signatures of the couple. Right? Not the more reason an expert witness should have been brought by the plaintiff to speak to the prominent features of the valid marriage certificate from Germany. Series is supposed to be Daddy Lumba and the plaintiff signing a document, which means the exhibit 0 shows a picture of Daddy Lumba and Mamia Kosiase was signing a certificate, right? Then when you come down, or see, if the evidence is true, then the marriage certificate bearing the certificate, the signatures of the parties should have been submitted or tendered into an evidence. In the alternative, the absence of such signatures on the marriage certificate from Germany should have been affirmed by an expert witness. Jackie, I believe you live in the UK, right?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Have you ever seen a UK marriage certificate before?
Yeah, I have.
Do you see the couple's signature on the certificate that has been given to them?
Mm-hmm.
Do you see that signature on there? Because I've got one.
So I'm listening.
I mean the.
Oh, he's asking you a question.
I'm asking you a question that
No,
the people
there are
that
no
go-
signatures. Nice. There are no signatures on it.
Okay, good. So the reason why I asked this question is the judge does not have a clue how a German certificate looks like.
No.
Okay.
Hold on, relax.
It's a foreign certificate. I get
It's
it.
a foreign certificate. Good. So what this judge presumed was because the witness said they signed the certificate, right? Because they signed the certificate. So now, and then when you read that, he will say that let's presume that German law is the same as Ghana when she has not done any checks to find out whether the law is actually the same or it's not, whether the certificate is the same or not. Are you with me?
I am with you. I'm listening.
Good. So when you come down to 103, now listen to what she said. I'll say also Exhibit C, a mating from a foreign embassy has to undergo an authentication and certification, or the person who executed it should have been called to testify. But I must state that it would be a Herculean task, right? And this is when a lawyer, Kusi, had already suggested to this lawyer that if they can bring an expert to explain the marriage certificate. Now, this judge is now saying, say, in order to bring such a person, because the judge could have subpoenaed a counselor from Germany to be present to actually explain what was given to them. But then now she's telling them that it will be a very difficult task because of sovereignty issues. So when you tell the person that don't bring it's not important, then you come and say it will be a hard task for you to even bring them up. Is it not in your discretion? So then that means you will do a little bit research yourself to come to a conclusion if you want to be fair to the judgment, Jackie.
Of course.
Jackie, I read a section 40 of the Evidence Act to you. When somebody says that she presumed, Jackie, you know when you hear that
Jackie,
she presumed, right?
Jackie sounds
Did you hear that part? Did you hear that part when he said I presume? And create the impression that presumed.
Question for you.
Oh, hold on, please. Can I finish? I beg you, Jackie? You heard presumed, and the presumed they make it look like the judge didn't. Jackie, under the laws of Ghana, the judge is only allowed to presume. She can't even do any other thing. In fact, the judge is not even allowed to even go and do any research. Jackie, I read section 40 of our Evidence Act to you.
Mr. Bempa, that is
Jackie,
not true.
please wait.
I'm
reading the law. You're challenging the law. I'm reading the law to you. You are challenging the law that has been written to you. Jackie, I read section 40 of the Evidence Act is titled Foreign Law. The law of a foreign state is presumed to be the same as the law of Ghana. Jackie, again, let me take you to this ruling by Justice Kolendi, Doche, Lovelace Johnson. These are our Supreme Court judges, right? Jackie, they mentioned the part of an expert witness. And Jackie, we're interested to know that the new law firm for Mami Akosia Sewa, it was founded by Justice Kolendi. He is part of this ruling. And Jackie, hear what Justice Kolendi is going to say about expert witness. Jackie, I read, foreign law is a question of fact, ought to be pleaded and proven at the trial stage. The method of proving foreign law is by offering expert witnesses. This is Justice Kolendi. Merely presenting a lawyer with the text of a foreign law is not sufficient. Jackie, do you want me to continue?
Yeah,
although the question of who is expert witness would be, Jackie, I could go on and on and on. But the point is that Justice Kolendi, the law firm Mami Akosia Sewa has hired to come and defend, go for appeal, That law firm is telling them that foreign law is a question of fact and it has to be proven. If you don't prove it, the judge can only under law presume to be same as Ghana law. What are you talking about, Mr. Nice? What are you talking about?
What do you mean by what am I talking about? Was it not the same evidence that she admitted in? Was it not the same evidence? Okay, so Jackie, listen. Imagine you are a judge, yeah? We present evidence and you admit the evidence. Then later, when we presented the evidence, there was an objection. Then you, the judge, you overruled the objection. The moment you overrule that objection, the burden of proof is shifted to the other party that can prove otherwise. It's like you have a driving license. You've given your driving license to Bempa. Then Bempa say it's not original driver's license. Do you, Jackie, have to prove yourself that it's not an original driver's license? Bempa would have to prove to you that the driving license you've given to him is fake.
Yeah.
So what are you talking about?
Easy. This whole matter of going back and forth on it, Jackie, please, the meaning of conditional admissibility. Before Nice came, we gave an example here that, Jackie, if you are going to do your PhD, and you go to your to the admission the registrar, and you tell the registrar that I want to admission here, and they say, okay, what do you have? What documents do you have? And you say, okay, I have my transcript. And they say, okay, give us the transcript. Let's take the transcript. This is the transcript. Okay, we need your certificate. So we'll take the transcript, but before we can give you admission, go and bring your certificate. They will wait for you. If you go and you do not bring the certificate, can the university say that they will only give you admission based on the transcript?
Mr. Bempa, let me come in here.
PND, please. Mr. Bempa, I want to add to your submission. Kindly read paragraph 107 for me, okay?
Okay, paragraph 107.
Yeah.
107. Okay, well, I read. This court has the right not to accord the said exhibit any probative weight. The law is settled that if inadmissible evidence has been received with or without objection, it is the duty of the trial judge to reject same when giving his judgment or ruling, and to determine the weight to be accorded such documents when giving his judgment. And if it is not rejected by the trial court, it will be rejected on appeal. This is because it is the duty of the court to arrive at their decision upon legal evidence only, especially where all counsel for defendants objected to them. See Frimpong versus Arno versus Rome, and I'm sure people have not read it. Please go and read this one. You okay? Oh my God.
A quick one, Mr. Bempa. Let me come in a quick one. So what my brother was saying, in fact, we are all here to learn, but some facts are facts. You see, that document, the purported marriage certificate that was admitted in court, it was admitted based on condition. In fact, the judge told lawyer Kusi, please go get the marriage certificate and then go through the authentication process, pass through the embassy and bring it. That is the Evidence Act. In fact, the judge spelled it out to lawyer Kusi. That is why the judge said that it was therefore surprising that nearly a month lawyer Kusi did not comply to that clause or that instruction that was given to him.
PND, the judge also said that it was too late to bring an expert witness, and she knew what to do. She went through that case. That case was trialed in a time constricting manner, which did not make sense.
I don't know where Kusi had the right to appeal for an extension of time.
PND, where you are saying that
PND, but you and I know, sir, it's not everything that happened in court is in the judgment. Do you agree with that?
I do understand.
Okay, so when you're asking where in the judgment did that happen, then that means you're not going to get that because the judge will not put. She is writing her opinion and she will based on what she want to put it in there, which one she wants to take it out.
And you think it's not in the grounds of appeal? It's not in the grounds of appeal.
Why admit the evidence?
Which one is not in the grounds of the appeal?
Was not
What she just said.
Why admit it? Why admit it then? Why did she admit the certificate they presented?
Admission of
if it wasn't authenticated, that was the time when they presented that certificate. That was the time for him, for her to say that this.
So I'm going to keep
P&D, that is the point of presenting evidence before. That's the point.
I don't want
if it is not authenticated, if it is not authenticated, why take it? Why was that evidence admitted in court if you were not going to use it? If it wasn't authenticated, I didn't know.
We just read paragraph 107 for you, and you are still arguing.
What did 107 say? Do you expect the judge to say that she is wrong?
You go and meet them at the.
Okay, so now the question that you were
appeal, and they just amended the appeal.
The question that you
they just presented more evidence, and it was admissible again. It was admitted again.
Can I answer your question? Or if you don't want me to answer the question, I don't want this to be like.
I did not ask you a question. I don't need your answer.
Which evidence are you talking about, madam?
Oh Lord.
The certificate. The certificate is what I'm talking about.
Jackie, let me read paragraph 88 for all of us, right? Jackie, let me read paragraph 88. The tendering of this marriage certificate was objected to by the learned counsel for the defendant. This objection had been raised during the hearing for the application of the interlocutory injunction on 28th of October 2025. The court rejected the documents and advised counsel for the plaintiffs to ensure that they complied with the requirements under the Evidence Act. It is therefore a surprise that the plaintiff did not comply with the requirements nearly a month later.
In fact, Mr. Bempa, this is it. You need to read it again because there are some of us we still do not understand it. Please.
They objected to it that it was written in German and needed to be translated into English.
Without due
respect,
that's the
only objection that I do.
Mama, don't do that, please. Without due respect. Okay, Mr. Bempa, can you translate that in Chi so that we can get it very well, or can you read it again?
Okay.
Can you read it again?
Marriage certificate.
No, don't patronize us. Don't patronize us.
I'm not patronizing us.
Okay, then okay, read it again, Mr. Bempa. This is a special request from PN.
Can I ask a question, please? Can I ask a question?
Okay, Jackie. I'm reading it to you. So any question?
The question is, she was married to him in Germany, right?
Yes, please.
Right. So why is this case not being contested in the German courts?
No, because relax.
Would it make it simpler and easier for us?
So many years. I mean, so many months.
But PND, you and I know.
They want to exhaust all the laws in Ghana before they take it to Germany. That's
she wants to exhaust. Okay.
Yes.
I mean, as a German citizen,
let me finish.
living under.
Jacqueline, you hold on a second. Jacqueline, please hold on a second.
Oh, wait, she's talking. She's talking. Let her talk.
Okay, I was talking first, so no problem. Jackie, you can, but please, just a minute. Why not go to Germany court, finish it over there, and then bring the judgment to court, to Ghana?
Nobody's contesting her in Germany. In Germany, there's no issue. She's the only wife. There's no
there's no issue, but they want to exhaust all the Ghana laws before they take it to Germany.
Was the deceased legally
both of them were citizens.
Yeah, he was
a German.
Yeah.
Yes. He was a German. Yes, he was a German citizen. Yes.
He was a German citizen.
But nobody's contesting her. Nobody's contesting her in Germany, so there's no need for that. But he was resident in Ghana.
The laws in Ghana don't work and whenever they lose, they say somebody bigger is under the whole judgment. So Ghana laws are not working in their favor. That's what you guys say all the time. I'm sorry, but that's what your people say every time. Who's that in Sakesia? Meaning there's somebody bigger who can change the laws of Ghana within a couple of hours for his or his people's favor. So if you don't believe in it, you take it to where you believe
Sasha,
in.
you appreciate that
That's why as George said that y'all want to exhaust the Ghana laws before you take it to Germany. That's what you guys said. That's what you guys said. And I know that I done heard it a lot of times on this app.
Sasha, but those are people with opinions. That's not the woman herself. Those are other people online.
Yeah, they speak for your people. They speak for your people. So that's what it is. Just like you're speaking for her, and we're speaking for the British, so it's all the same.
Okay, so Jacqueline asked a question.
I want to answer.
Okay.
I want to answer.
Say answer.
Okay. The reason why this would not happen in Germany because Daddy Lumba had moved from Ghana and resided in Ghana, and Daddy Lumba died in Ghana, and nobody is. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. And he was being buried in Ghana, and the issue is that she was being excluded in Ghana.
Everything happened in Ghana, and in even German embassy in Ghana, which that was my next question to you. The German embassy in Ghana, when you go into that walls of German embassy, is that German or is still Ghana? Is it not German?
Let me tell you
that's
something.
Their territory.
No,
I'm asking you a question, PND.
Yeah,
when you go to a German embassy,
give me a chance to answer. If you ask me a question,
go on, answer.
Give me a chance to answer. Right?
I didn't say yes.
If there's a case in court and we need verification from the embassy, we address it to the court. We do not address it to an individual. Who was the letter addressed to?
Sir, the thing is that I know you lied. Yes, you can take a case to German court if both of you were German citizens and the deceased had their primary residence in Ghana. Yes, you can take it there and they can share properties. So don't say you cannot. Yes, you can absolutely do that. And thank you.
Yeah, but this issue came up during the burial, and actually there was actually a letter where she tried to spin that angle that because they're both German citizens, to for her, and then therefore she needs to be recognized as the wife, and then be allowed to make the decisions and take the decisions away from the Busunyapeni, because in Ghana it's the Busunyapeni who takes lead on the funeral. So she did try that, and they didn't allow that because he's in Ghana, he's died in Ghana, he's being buried in Ghana. So to answer why this is not being done in Germany is because he was living in Ghana, and wherever his death had occurred in Ghana, he's being buried in Ghana. Okay, so they did try to spin that angle, but they said no, the family should be in charge.
That angle,
should be in charge of his funeral.
Let me answer that question. That angle that you're talking about, right? It was spread out because they were stating that the Ghana court do not have the jurisdiction to even decide the case because Daddy Lumba was a German citizen and has denounced his Ghanaian citizenship, right? And then the judge ruled on that based on domicile. Right, domicilability means that Lumba was born as a Ghanaian, and he has lived in Ghana for the past 17 years or 18 years.
Yeah.
And
so
that answers the question of Ghana. Wait, let me finish. Can you please let me finish?
Yeah, go ahead.
The judge was explaining why the court has the jurisdiction to hear the case.
Yes.
But that doesn't mean that the German court or German has not authority to also hear the case.
We're not saying they haven't got authority. We're saying that when you take it to Germany.
So Jacqueline was asking a question that why not Germany? Why don't you try or go to Germany?
Yeah.
That's the question she was asking.
Because there's no need.
There's something that I wanted to add to it, okay?
They should go to German court.
There's something that I want to add to it, guys.
Let them go to German court.
The body, even if the body has been, buried in Ghana, it can be exhumed. Okay, it can be exhumed for proper burial in Germany if you deem fit. But in Ghana, this is the deceased corpse, it legally belongs to the extended family.
You guys are answering your own question.
Yeah, you're answering your own question.
The question wasn't even about the body itself. It was about the marriage. The marriage.
No, she said you can't like because he's been buried in Ghana, you can't exhume the body for proper burial in Germany if you think
because you cannot.
I'm here.
Because you cannot.
Yes, Jacqueline. Mami Akosua made this argument in court,
sir.
right?
Please.
Mami Akosua made this argument in court that the deceased is a German citizen. In fact, what she sought to do with that is to get custody to be taken to Germany for the deceased to be operated under German law. Yeah. And let me read to you briefly what the judge says about this argument, right? Because all this it will be hearsay. Tim Odoboni will speak this, Tim Akosua will speak this, but let's hear the judge, who is a neutral person. And this is paragraph 161, domicile. Domicile refers to a person's true, principal, and permanent home. That is the connecting factor that links one to the system of law, which content constitutes his or her personal law. It is the jurisdiction of a person has a substantial connection with, or considers as his fixed and permanent home, or in which he principally resides. Oman versus Opoku, 1972, Ghana Law Report 295. The court held that inter alia, an individual's domicile is determined by the lex fori, that is the law of the forum. The law distinguishes between domicile of origin and domicile of choice. The common, and I could go on, Jackie. I don't know if you're okay or you want me to go on, because there are other.
Daddy, we all understand these things.
Yeah,
all the point that we are just saying.
I'm reading to Jacqueline so that Jacqueline will understand that.
Okay, so now Jackie understands that because he lived in Ghana, that's why this case is in court in Ghana.
No, it's not because of that, Jackie. If you understand what I read, the judge says that there is a domicile of choice. Choice is when you say that, oh, I've gone to America, I'm an American citizen. No. America can deport you back to Ghana because even though you hold the American passport, that quote unquote makes you an American citizen. They know that your true domicile is in Ghana. That is why people.
Are you stating this under naturalization laws? Could you be specific?
Yes, you're missing the point.
Okay.
Jacqueline asks, because they're married in Germany, why is she not taken to court in Germany? And the whole point is that if this was a case that happened in Germany, the whole marriage thing would not be an issue. She would not be in a position where there's another woman claiming to be a wife, because first of all, that's illegal. Okay, that's bigamy. Okay, and then that's the whole point. That's what you're literally making a point for us to explain. Because he's in Ghana. No, you're supporting the argument because he is in Ghana. Okay, he was domiciled in Ghana and he died in Ghana, and that's why it's in the Ghanaian court. Because everyone's saying, oh, if she's German and she got married in Germany, so why? Because they want to claim that because there is apparently no marriage, that's why she can't go to Germany. No. The reason why she's not in Germany fighting this in court is because Daddy Lumba was in Ghana. He was domiciled in Ghana. He died in Ghana, and the whole affair is happening in Ghana.
But the question is that can she take the case to Germany if she thinks she's being deprived of whatever that is?
That's the next step.
Okay, so let her relationships have broken up.
She said,
why a lot of people have gotten divorced because of this. The youth are not learning anymore because of this case. Let her do us the favor and take the case to Germany for her own favor. And Ghana can move on. There's so many things that Ghana needs to attend to.
There is a German in Ghana, and she has reported the case, and they have represented her in court.
She can take it to even the ECOWAS court. In fact, ECOWAS court is also
there. You can take it anywhere, but she's trying to appeal first, because even when you go,
yes, I'm saying that she has wide options.
Have you appealed it?
Why waste time?
She needs to exhaust because she needs to exhaust those options first.
Why would you want to waste time where you can get your things easier than
just don't get up and do anything?
Yeah, it's not a waste of time.
You people are actually funny. You people just read the judge saying that
she can decide she don't want to continue in Ghana, and nobody's going to arrest her for not deciding in Ghana.
In Germany, nobody is challenging her in Germany. Nobody is selecting her in Germany. Well, if she goes to Germany,
because he didn't stay in Germany. He was
No,
a Ghanaian by birth.
have to have somebody in Germany.
We are saying, baby daddy.
She does not
He's
have to
Ghanaian
have
by
somebody
birth.
in Germany, fighting her with that.
The point that she's
Maybe I don't
So why
understand
would she
argument.
go to court?
Maybe I don't understand.
The court will ask her, why are you in court? Who is fighting you to say
Who
that you're
is
not
fighting
right?
you?